to talk, of course, about the New York Football Giants. And you can see here, Shane O'Mac, we've got, of course, the Giants start, of course, with not only a new quarterback, but they start their new season with the following. They play at Washington, at Dallas, home against Kansas City. This is a rough schedule. Home against the Chargers, at the Saints. Well, that could be a win right there, only on CBS. Home against Philadelphia on the Thursday night, at Denver. What's your thought on these 7 games?
That first 3 weeks is tough. That's a tough way to open up a season, right? Especially you're coming in with a new quarterback, whoever they're going to start, right? And then you have two games on the road to start you off, and then hey, all right, finally we're back home, and you got Kansas City coming in. That's a tough first 3 weeks for anybody.
when I saw that, I was like, they're going in there 0-4. At least maybe they got a shot with New Orleans.
New Orleans, they got a shot, especially with Derek Carr retiring, right? So he just retired. So I mean, I don't know what the Saints are going to do. They're going to roll with Spencer Rattler, or they drafted a kid in the second round. I can't remember his name right now.
Right.
I don't know who they're going to roll with quarterback there, but yeah, that's a tough 4 games to open up that schedule.
And I know we only talked about the first 6 games, but look at the 7th game. They have to go at Philadelphia. So right there, in my opinion, because you have to go to Denver. We talked about that earlier. So I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 and 6 in the first 7 games.
Yeah, I'm seeing the same thing.
Or 2 and 5. I'll be nice.
Yeah, they could always squeeze one out. You never know. There's 3 divisional games in the first 6. The divisional games could always go either way. You know that, right? So
right.
So they might be able to squeeze one out, but both divisional games are starting off. 2 of them are right off the bat, right? You got Washington and then Dallas back to back.
Yep.
And that's tough. And then going to, like I said, then at home you finally get Kansas City, and then the Chargers. There's no let up there. Those first 4 weeks is brutal for them.
That's brutal.
That's brutal for them.
After the Philadelphia Eagles, of course, we go to week 9. They go home and they host, of course, the San Francisco 49ers. At Chicago, again, you don't know what to expect with Chicago. Home against Green Bay. Again, even though the Giants do play tough at times at home, Green Bay's going to be, look out for Green Bay. At Detroit, and then at New England on a Monday night right before the bye. That might be, hey, I think the coach for the Giants is out.
Dayball, yeah, him and Joe Shane, they're all GM. I mean, they both have to be on that super hot seat. Super hot seat. And the schedule does not favor them in any ways, I don't think. Like those second 6 games, I could see them. Their defense has improved. Like they got but
Carter from Penn State.
Yeah, Carter from Penn State in the draft for the first pick, or not the first pick, but the first round pick. But yeah, that's another tough schedule there. I don't know where those wins are going to be coming from, and that's going to be Daboll and Shane both are going to be on the way out probably, and that's a super late bye for them too. Week 14, that's a brutal bye week there for a team that's probably not going to be making the playoffs this year. Sometimes that late bye helps those playoff teams because you get the guys rested before you get up to the playoffs. But like when you're not in the playoffs, that's a late bye.
And in those 13 games that we just listed here, folks, I'm looking at I'm trying to be nice.
2-11, 3-10.
Maybe 3-10. Maybe 3-10. And that's being nice. Maybe 4-9. That's being really nice.
Yeah.
Because I don't see it happening. I think San Francisco, I don't think they're going to be all that, but middle of the season in November, that's when Shanahan starts to get serious.
Yeah.
So
and then
Chicago again, and then home against Green Bay is going to look to get into that's a playoff team.
Yeah.
Same with Detroit, and look out for New England.
Yeah. Yeah, Vrabel's the head coach there, right? So he's bringing his system, he's bringing his guys, and Vrabel doesn't play around. He's a great coach.
Yep.
I mean, so that's a tough schedule for the Giants.
Yeah. Yeah. The last 4 games, of course, home against the Washington Skins, as we call them, for Week 15. Home against the Minnesota Vikings. And then you have 2, of course, to be determined. Not only the opponent, but also they don't know exactly who they're going to be playing. And then home against the Dallas Cowboys. Again, we don't know what time or the date for that.
That Washington game on December 14th, that scares me as a Washington fan.
Yep.
For some reason, the Giants want at least one game a year, play us super tight or beat us.
Yeah, take the under for that.
And then them coming out of the bye, that's scary for me.
Yeah. Who knows?
But I could see them maybe winning that. Who knows about the Vikings? We've talked about that already, like what they're doing at quarterback, but they're still a good team. And then we said this earlier, but whoever the quarterback is in the Vikings, if it's McCarthy or somebody else, most of them can still throw it up to Justin Jefferson, and they turn out to be okay.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. We finish off, of course, with I'm just looking back at the Giants. I don't even know what to say. I kind of feel bad. We're going to talk